Yeah, Brian, congrats on the win. Though in a game like this where you end up having to hold on as much as you did after going in at half up 3-0, what is the message to the team? Is it more positive for holding on or frustrated that it even came to that at the end?
3 points, positive. Hard to win in MLS away from home. Three great goals. Goals we scored were very good. Everything, everything positive.
Miles, we'll go to you next.
Yeah, Brian, staying on the positive, I'm wondering what did you see in terms of Jordan's ability to stretch, and then how Paul Rothrock was also tucked in on the left, and then Jesus Ferreira, because it looked like you had it going on for a little bit there.
Well, Jesus wasn't tucked in. Excuse me. Paul wasn't tucked in. Paul was wide left. Jordan didn't have many opportunities to run in behind. But if you watch the first goal, we have possession over on the right hand side. Ball comes to Jordan. Jordan plays the ball out to Paul and he sprints. So Jordan makes that play and he gets that goal, and it's all him. Now, Paul makes a good decision because he's out there on his own, puts the ball in a dangerous spot. But that was excellent play. And, you know, if you want to go through the goals, since you asked, I mean, the handball, our second goal, the penalty was a clear penalty, number one. And number two, again, we extended our possessions. We put them under immense pressure. We tacked down the right, brought it to the left, had some crosses. We're able to win the ball back. So that was good. And then the third one, because we talk about who is our team. Are we a possession-based team? Are we a transition team? Well, you saw three tremendous players break away down the field, and that was a clinical. That's about as good as you're going to get in a transition moment and transition goal. So kudos to Jesus and Albert. I mean, making good decisions, good runs, good movements, and 3-0 ended up being the winning goal.
Was that intentional? And I'm sorry, was it intentional to have Paul on the wing there? Because you're right, he really kind of
He
dominated.
always plays wide left. We always play with the wide on the left side. We always have a winger. He's always the widest guy because knew who needs to tuck in, or if Reed plays there. We don't want our left back going if there's a guy in that space.
Thanks.
All right, Jade, over to you.
Thanks. Congratulations on the win, Brian. Were you given an explanation of why Nuhu was sent off?
Yeah, a fan flipped him off, and then he threw a ball into the stands.
And I'm guessing that this is. I mean, how do you expect that you'll handle that?
I will deal with Nuhu internally.
And then yeah, as far as the second half, though, I mean, you make the change at halftime as far as bringing Danny on. What was the messaging to the team? Because aside from even the way that it finished, there was
well, the messaging at halftime. Look, Jordan came off because he hit his metrics in the first half. He was fine, totally fine. There's nothing wrong with the injury. We had talked about that, so that was the sub. But we came out flat in the second half. We knew that this was a proud team. They've got a new coach. They're trying to play for their jobs, their livelihoods. We knew they were going to come out in the second half, and we didn't adapt. We didn't deal with it very well. We gave the ball away a few times unnecessarily. Nobody really could step up and take control of the game, and so they put us under pressure. And that stuff happens. There's momentum swings in our sport, and that's kudos to Kerry and his team. They didn't give up.
Nico, go ahead and ask your question, please.
Hi, Coach. Congratulations on the win. Just wanted to talk about Alex Roldan. Maybe his goalkeeper instincts came in on that save there. Want to get your thoughts on his performance and that moment and what that meant to the team in the game.
Well, it certainly was a creative way to block a shot on the goal line, but his instincts defensively were very good in that moment. I think Andrew had a good game, but we talked about that before the game, that we needed to help Andrew. This was his first game in quite some time, and Alex did exactly that, and it was a great block. We had some other good defensive plays, as well, but, Andrew and that particular block were pretty fantastic.
Thank you.
George, I see your hand raised. Go ahead and ask your question, please.
Coach, this is the fourth game with red cards, 5 red cards in total. Is there something that you have to adjust in the way that the players are playing so that you don't get more red cards? Or
Well, you can remove Nuhus because I'll deal with that. The 2 yellow cards to Reed and Kalani, and also Nuhu up in Vancouver. We've already addressed those, so we're not going to go back and readdress things. The players understand the learning, but I will again. We'll address it with Nuhu and we'll move forward.
All right, we'll take 1 or 2 follow-ups. Jeremiah, do you have one?
Yeah, on Nuhu, not to dig too hard on this, but I mean, is this a situation where like you just need him to be better than that? I mean, what kind of messaging can you
I'll keep
give?
that house, Jeremiah. What I told him, I'm gonna wait 24 hours, 48 hours. We don't know what the league's gonna do. Let's just let the situation unfold. He's heard my initial thoughts, and then we'll move forward after that.
Maz, why don't you take us home?
Yeah, Brian, just on a positive note, I think you talked about it. Just, the players going through ups, downs, whatnot, but walking out of there with 3 points. Just how important was that given all the peaks and valleys you went through in this game?
Well, it's look, it's hard to win on the road in MLS. Uh, Again, there was some really good soccer played in that first half. You guys can rewatch that. I loved some of the things we did. You're the tactics guy. Just watch when Alex Roldan comes inside into a pivot, and we break them open, and we get the ball from the left side to the right side. I mean, there was a lot of good attacking sequences in that first half. We just need to figure out how to, get a complete performance.
Safe travels. Thank you.